Hey guys, it's Matt for Creative, and today we are taking a look at a special thing from Ripple. So this is Houseplant. This is going to be their droplets, which I love. I've had them for a few years, but now they have a partnership with Seth Rogan, and they call it now Houseplant by Ripple Home Ash and Scent set. Now this is a very special set because not only does it contain the droplets, but it contains a beautiful little kind of like ashtray or placeholder for these, an incense holder. So we're going to open this up. This is I would consider this like the special edition one, the premium version. Now they also do have a traditional set. We'll be looking at that in another video, but we have this here today and I'm pretty excited because we are now finally in fall. So I think we're definitely in 60-degree weather, 50-degree weather. That means things are changing. We can start burning things like incense and candles and doing all that. And look at this, look at that packaging. I can't wait to open this up. Just because when it was 80 degrees, I really do not personally use something that has like a flame, just because it's going to create more heat. But now we're right at that time where things work out. Now, please, whatever you do, do not fall, whatever it is. Look at that tray. That is beautiful. And I'm going to hold it so nothing falls out. But you can see here. So I believe this little divot here is for the actual droplet if you want to do it. Or you could put it in here. But this is, if you want to partake in anything, you can put it right here in this gigantic tray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. We're going to take a look at this first because I think this is the main piece. Oh, it says on the top, you're all set, enjoy. I think that these are beautiful. I think this is a perfect little thing to put your incense on, to put something, whatever you want on this. And it's beautiful, it looks great. Oh, look, Houseplant by Ripple Home. Again, in collaboration with Seth Rogan. Look at that, that is beautiful. Like for me, I don't use anything with a flame, just for me personally. But what I could do is I could use this as one of these catch-alls. I can put coins and keys and everything and have my droplet right next to it, which I think is probably what I'm going to do. That's just my preference. But what we have here, we may not even have to do a separate video because we do have the droplets here, and it's the Houseplant by Ripple Home Incense Droplets. It's the samplers set. You get 64 of these, and we're going to open. I can see the way this, oh my God. For some reason, all right, I'm looking at myself in the like the screen here. It is so like bright that my eyes are kind of like going crazy for a second. Houseplant, all right, please, whatever you do, don't fall, because I've seen people's like iPhone videos where they open the iPhone box and everything pops out and falls. We're not doing that here in this case. But here is what we have. And that scent, okay, that scent is very kind of like light, cloudy, refreshing. And here, Houseplant by Ripple Home, mood enhancing incense. So we're putting this is something I think honestly, this is more of like an educational piece if you want to pause, and you can see each of the 4 scents, which we're going to take a look at here in a second. And then this is something I believe you would keep. You keep this so you don't drop the droplets. And then here we have all of these beautifully colorful droplets. We'll get like a nice closer look at that. All right, let's put this to the side. We are going to be burning. I have matches, which have never been great for me, and I have an electric, oh wow, I have stuff on the side that's falling. I have an electric thing which hopefully is charging, and we're going to make sure that that like works out well. So one of these two will work. But let's take a look at the scents. So the first one is sweet herb with notes of white tea and evening primrose. Next is old money leather. That's interesting. The pink one, the neon pink, is old money leather. I thought that that would be more of the orange one. Old money leather has notes of saffron and fine leather. Baked goods has bergamot and cinnamon, and rich pine has notes of sandalwood and cedarwood. So with this, I guess we're going to be doing one. In other videos, we'll be doing all the other scents. I think the most interesting one is Old Money Leather, just because that's kind of the scent that I think it would be most relevant. So we're going to tilt the camera down. We are going to put one of the Old Money Leather, and it does, this one is the most robust. Actually, before we do that, just because we want to get a tease of what the scents are, this one is definitely, the light pink one is definitely a little bit more chill of a scent. This one, Baked Goods, it's a little bit more homey. And this rich pine, I mean, it must be rich pine. Yeah. Actually, wait, that's a little bit more sweet than I thought a pine would be. All right, so we have it here. Again, if you wanted, you could put your matches, your coins, your whatever here on the side. This is just something that looks nice. And what I really like is they did something different this time with the droplets and their little case. When you have these droplets, they kind of burn and ash around it. The original puck that they had was perfectly flat. I found things falling out. I think this is better because whether you use this tiny little one, it has a divot, or this one, all the ash is going to collect in there. You just pick it up, dump it, you should be fine. All right, so we are going to turn and use this one here. Let's try the electronic one. Let's see how that works. All right, so we wait for that to burn for a sec, and now we have that kind of smoke. Now we do have a smoke alarm in that direction, so hopefully the smoke does not cause that to beep or anything, but you know what? So I live in New York City. We've had a lot of hot weather, but this weekend has been about 60 degrees, 50 degrees, and it's been raining. And finally that we have something that has like this smoky incense. It didn't feel like fall before, in all honesty, it just didn't. It is finally feeling like fall right now. Because of that scent of incense, you can see it kind of like blowing around. Let's get this a little bit closer so you can see. I think it wants to focus on my face more than anything. But we can see that's what we have. And you know what? The choice of having these bright, robust colors, I think really works because you want something that's eye-catching. The scent, what was this? Old Money Leather? You would say that the orange one should be Old Money Leather. Baked Goods may be another color. But it is so, I don't know, it just kind of works. The color doesn't have to match what the scent is. It's just the scent that you want, and you want something eye-catching in your home where your friends, your family are like, oh, what is that? I think that works out. I think that works out really well. Again, in the sampler set, you have 64 droplets in this beautiful eye-catching color. I think that what they did here is it works really, really well for branding-wise, marketing and branding-wise. Total, you have 640 minutes of burn time, low smoke, high reward. I would say yeah. By the way, I do have one of these fans, what do you call it, that has a filter in it and filters out smoke, so you can see things blowing this direction. It's being sucked in, and yeah, it's going to do its thing. 4 unique scents, natural ingredients, 100% biodegradable. Meet the houseplant droplets from Ripple. Incense packed with the most heavenly scents created at a burn time of 10 minutes with 64 packs. So each of these has about 10 minutes. That's what you get here. So you get 640 minutes of your life, perfect for pre, post, or during any session. It doesn't say exactly what this is for, but you get the idea of this. But again, this kind of scent, this kind of just like having something to burn, because I have not burned a candle, an incense, a whatever for a few months because it's been summer. I now am feeling that fall is here, and I like that. even though it has been kind of cool and rainy. That's just what the season is, and I think that works. Let's see, in the ingredients, proprietary blend of hand-picked botanicals, carefully selected resins, and premium essential oils. I want to go back and read, since we are kind of like burning this and we're making this more of a long form video than a short. All right, so we go back to the sweet herb, the one that we're not burning today. Expand your artistic nature with a sweet herb aroma with white tea and evening primrose, a scent with floral and heavenly mystique. Now we move on to the old leather, the one that we are burning right now. Cozy up in luxury, has the scent of old money burns. With notes of saffron and fine leather, the scent is distinctive yet so rich and righteous. Then we move on to baked goods. Melt and bake off the warm, toasty scents of bergamot and cinnamon as you turn your home into a bakery. Grandma would be proud. And finally, rich pine. Find yourself lost in the vintage scents of pine-crafted notes with sandalwood and cedarwood, forming a high level of nostalgic thinking on a trip back in time. Now, I do have to say, rich pine, I love pine scents, especially around the holidays and Christmas time. When I was smelling that, it smells a lot sweeter than I would consider a pine scent to smell. Eventually, we will get that in subsequent videos, so keep on the lookout for that. But I think that's interesting. Again, so let's assume this is done. We're ready to pack this up. This has a nice little way of kind of packing things up so things don't fall. You put this little cover over everything. It tucks in on the sides. So just in case you open this and tilt it out, it's not going to immediately fall out. But you can see here, this has like this kind of little clasp. And that just fits nicely right there. So it's kind of like, well, maybe it's airtight. So first, things won't be falling out. Second, it's just kind of keeping that scent in there so things don't get stale. And then finally, as a precaution, I always would do this, don't throw this away. I would say keep this here because just in case you want to transport this or move this around, it's another little protective layer so things don't pop open. So for this is what you keep. I'm actually curious because these are the exact same size. Oh, okay. Here's what my question was, and we'll review this in a subsequent video. This had 64 and did not contain the tiny little puck that you usually get with droplets by Ripple. And I was like, this is the exact same size. This one comes with 48 droplets, and partial of this, I think this, whatever side, will have that tiny little puck that you'll be having here. So if you are curious about what you're getting online, if you're getting the large ash and scent set with the marble piece, you're getting 64 droplets for the price. And if you are getting Houseplant, they're all Houseplant, sorry. If you're getting this one, just the droplets, you're getting 48 plus the puck. So while they look to be the same size, just make sure you know which one you're getting. Anyway, guys, this is about to finish burning. Whenever you're done, you can kind of blow it out and you can dispose of the ash properly. I'm happy with this. I'm really happy because now with this kind of like scent, it feels finally like fall to me, and I feel great. I think the one thing we missed here is it says on the inside, you're all set, enjoy. What does the bottom say? Does the bottom say anything? No, it just has a barcode. But I would honestly keep this because you can put your droplets inside the box. I know the box is out of the way. And then this is a nice protective case for the marble piece so nothing gets broken. Of course, you can leave that on your counter. You can leave that on your desk. But if you want to keep that safe in transportation or whatever, then yes, you can definitely do that. So you can see here, I just want to see if that ash will fall. No, it's not really ready to fall yet. But once it does, it'll fall in here, or if you're doing it in here, it'll fall in here, and I think that's a great way of doing it. Anyway, guys, we've been taking a look at Houseplant, the collaboration with Ripple Home. It's the with Seth Rogan, and this is the Ash and Scent Marble set that contains 4 scents, 64 cones, 64 droplets in total, and the marble set that we've been taking a look at here. All right, guys, if you have any comments, questions, anything, put it in the comments section below. Don't forget, I'm on Instagram and Threads at M8B9. You can email me at creativenyc2025@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.